What drives you, Exile? Is it justice? Revenge? Honor? No. It is power. We felt your deeds. Felt their shockwaves ripple through the void. You have our attention.
What's up guys, Pidget here. We reached more than 5k energy shield, increased our damage by 40%, improved our recovery, easily one of the best tanky build in the game. Let's break down how we reached 5.2k energy shield. The most notable change, we dropped the scepter with Malice aura, because our critical hit chance is already 100%, so this aura would be a waste. Instead, we're using a new base. I was using this base early on at mid-game budget version. The base that we're using is a Stoic Scepter. This will grant us the Discipline aura that provides us 285 energy. Sadly, this number is not scaling with the percentage energy shield from the tree, but still very strong. Upgraded my body armor from 800 energy shield to 1k. This is massively increasing our energy shield pool. Got a new amulet with flat energy shield and percentage energy shield. This is also a massive upgrade, which is helpful when you want to face some tier 4 /breach boss. There was a problem with the last version, and that was the stuns or the micro stuns. We was getting stunned almost every single time when we got a hit. I saw that with a very cheap solution. There is a javel that grants us percentage stun threshold based on your energy shield. We got 10% roll on it. And now we're getting way less stunned when we get a hit by something. Also, don't forget, latest patch made it harder to getting stunned by smaller hits, which is combined with this cheap tech will solve most of the stun issues. And let's be real here, it was absolutely frustrating when a single monster was stunning you, while you was just taking like 300 damage or even less. This is a very welcome change, I heard. Many of you having mana problems. Most of the cases the problem was coming from the low mana base pool or lacking mana regen. Fix for this, get more mana on your gear, simple as that. Right now my belt, rings and amulet providing me mana or intelligence, reaching 70 mana per second when I just standing still in my hideout. When using Orb of Storm with Font of Mana, getting almost 90 mana regen per second. How to increase your mana pool besides just get mana? Intelligence is also provides you mana or get percentage mana regen increase. That scales very well in my case. If I would get like mana regen increase, it would be like 150 per second. So keep your eyes on this one, and even if you're losing a few percent damage, the sacrifice is worth. Because if you're running out mana, you will not deal damage, right? Also I getting the question, how are you reaching 100% critical hit chance, or how much critical hit chance you have with this build? So sadly, the in-game tooltip is not correct, guys, because I have 100% critical hit chance. So in-game, it looks like I have just only 90%, right? But if you importing your character inside POB, you will see my critical hit chance immediately 4% higher. And also don't forget, the tooltip in game can't calculate the debuffs on the enemy and so on. So in this case, if we taking the blinded, because our infused weapon is applying blinds on the enemies, they will get less evasion, and because they have less evasion and accuracy rating, our crit chance will go up, because this is how the crit is calculated against the enemy. So because they blinded, our critical hit chance immediately 100%. And also don't forget, on the Storm Lance, the blind side is also not working in the tooltip as well. The Storm Lance has even more than 100% critical hit chance, and also even more critical multiplier that you will see in the in-game and even in POB. So I was just letting you know, don't panic when you seeing numbers like this. So if you have around 90% critical hit chance, then you will have 100% crit chance in game. And also another easiest way to increase your critical hit chance, just get javels with increased critical hit chance. One of these javels is providing me like 3 or 4% critical hit chance alone, and I'm using 2 of this. If you need, you can use another one here as well, and I'm using here, you know, energy shield once again. So this is a little bit more expensive since, you know, my build is got popular, so about that, but this is helping you reaching 100% crit chance. And that's it, guys. This is how you can have 100% critical hit chance. Let's start with the item changes, because I changed a lot of items this time once again, and the most notable changes, as I mentioned, the scepter change, guys. You can see here the scepter. So we now are using a stoic stack scepter with increased spirit and mana, and I get intelligence on this one. But you don't need intelligence on this one because somebody was reporting back already 8 divine or even more. I just purchased this one with just percentage spirit and mana and just slammed intelligence on it. So you don't need exactly these mods. So, you know, just the intelligence is a welcome stat here. And also, why Stoic Scepter? Stoic Scepter will grants you the level 18 Discipline. Discipline is grants you 278 maximum energy shield. That's a very good, and sadly this number is not getting scared by your percentage energy shield, because otherwise it would be 5.6k, because Path of Building is still considering the Discipline Aura can be scarce, so we could have technically 6k energy shield, but I don't know if this is a bug or this is how it's meant to work. So maybe GG will fix it, maybe they will just leave as it. So that is the first big changes. And honestly, before you asking how I can add sockets to my scepter, in this patch they added the ability to add sockets to the scepter, but I not found a single rune that is fitting in. It's literally the game is not allowing you fit in anything, so this is why it's empty. So I don't think you need to bother with this, so don't worry about this one for now till they adding something that we can slot in. I will make an update video about that if that is happening. And the other change is the body armor, guys. Now we have 1k energy shield on the body armor. Just look at this. This is absolutely bonkers. So guys, that was 10 divine. I paid for this one 10 divine, okay, because this has very high fireless and cold resistance as well. So it was worth, in my opinion, but obviously you don't need that much investment, but maybe for tier 4 bosses it's needed. But if you're just doing whatever mapping and so on, you can just get away with like 800 energy shield that I was using earlier as well. So don't really stress about this one as well. And the other change is the amulet as well, because the amulet is also providing us now even more energy shield. Look at this: flat energy shield, percentage energy shield, also crit damage, dexterity. This is a very good amulet, and I purchased this one for 25 exalted because, you know, I know what I was looking, right? So this is very underrated combination because you not see life on this one, right? Thing is, this is why that was cheap. And also you don't need to get on the bloodstone base, so don't worry about that. Once again, guys, that was with just this amulet. And also we're still using the subterfuge mask, and the subterfuge mask is granting you 2 evasion rating per 1 maximum energy shield on equip helmet, so we're still using that anointment. And I got new boots as well, because I was able to shift my resistances and so on. So now, as you can see here, on this boost we have 30% chaos res, because I'm using a rune as well, so this is total 30%. And also movement speed, very good evasion, and now our chaos resistance is at 40%, because, you know, chaos res is I would say a little bit important, because many monsters can have extra chaos damage mod and so on, but most of the endgame bosses doesn't even have chaos damage, so this is why I was neglecting before that. But, you know, now I had the opportunity to increase my chaos res, so I was saying why not. So I think now it's even more harder to die to chaos damage, which is, by the way, I still not saying you need to run maps with extra chaos damage on it, because that's just death sentence, okay? So that's just trolling. And now we arriving to my new rings, guys. So just both ring is just absolutely insane. I don't finding the words for this one, guys. So I spend on this one, I think 2 divine and 2 divine on this one as well. So I upgraded my gear with totally 17 divine, guys. I know it's a very big number for some of you, but it was worth it. You were seeing it, how smooth the whole gameplay and so on. And also I have now item rarity on this one as well, because sadly item rarity is still presented on items, and it's still very needed to get, because otherwise you will not drop anything, right? Even on Jewish map. After the patch, you can now have free charm slot on your belt, but before the patch, the item's not getting the charm slots, so I would need to change my belt if I want more charm slots. Why I'm mentioning the charm slots? Well, because they changed the charms very the time. Now, for example, when you getting stunned, you will immediately getting immunity for 3 seconds if you have this charm, the stone charm. This is a very big buff for this build, because most of the time when you getting stunned, right, you can't attack, and when you can't attack, you can't leech, and you can die. And because I can have more charm as well now if I getting a new belt. I just waiting, the market starting getting flooded with good belts. I will use the stun charm just like that, and I will use the freezing charm, because for example, Xesht can freeze you, and once again, if you're getting frozen, you can't attack and you can't leech and so on. So this is why I would get that one, and also maybe I will get the item rarity charm, because that is also now immediately working on the rares when you killing them, so you will not getting the effect after it, you will getting the effect on that rare as well. So that is very good changes, but I think we're gonna update video about this one soon when I getting a new belt. So I just wanted to mention this one. And if you dying on Xesht or something like that, that's most of the time because not the build can tank it, because you can't leech back enough and fastly, because you're getting stunned and frozen. So keep in mind this one, please. And the other part of the gear is still using the helmet, because guys, I checked the market for the helmets, and barely better than this one was like 10 divine alone and without resistances. So I was saying, you know what, I will not spend much more money on this one, because already spent a lot, and also I'm running out divine orbs, and I'm still using my Essentia Sanguis gloves with penetration. Honestly, I get many questions about this. I would not say it's mandatory to get the penetration corruption. I'm not saying that, but this is like 10% or 15% more damage. So that's I would say it's worth the money if you have the money. But I know many people started sniping the items, so maybe that would be not that smart to purchase, like overpriced. Okay, so it's fine if you have less damage, but the gloves is mandatory. You can swap out, and we're still using the Tangleton, guys, base weapon that we need to use, and that you can't swap out this one once again, because the force critical hits is literally broken. So let me tell you an example. When your critical hit chance rolling the fork critical, you will getting double your crit multiplier. So this build has, even by the way, because of the blindside increasing this one more, so I would say almost 2k, yes, 2k percentage critical hit multi. So that is absolutely, you will not outscale this one. So this spear is just broken. That's the reality, guys. You will not outscale this spear at all, even if you have like a mirror tier. Maybe a mirror tier spear can compete with this, but I would be surprised if it's it can. So yeah, okay, passive 3, guys. So the passive 3, so honestly, I leveled up to level 94, and I was able to just get one more note here for energy shield, and that's it. So that's the changes on the passive 3, but I want to highlight the javel once again, guys. So we're using here gain additional stun threshold equal 10% of maximum energy shield. So that means we have 520 extra stun threshold. That is making so much harder to get stunned. I don't know how the stun is calculated or anything, but in my mind, that's like you need to take like 500 damage to get a stun. But there are multiple things, like monsters has increased stun chance or something like that. But in theory, this is like 520 extra stun threshold. And also with the changes, the micro stuns and the bigger stuns, now you're getting even more less likely to get stunned, which is a very very good thing. So this is why I want to highlight this Javel. And also, by the way, you don't need to get corruption, because I was just corrupting this Javel for fun. I have kept quad resistance without this, so you don't need to worry about this. And also, the gain additional elemental threshold is a very very good mod, but also not needed at all. I was just purchased this one as a blue and just slammed it, and I hit this one, so this is why I'm using it. This is alone a very very expensive if you're trying to buy one like that. But honestly, I'm still getting frozen, ignited, and shocked, so it's, I would say, not even doing anything. Don't worry about this. And anything else on the tree is the same. But once again, I will highlight the Javers, please guys. It's important to get 100% crit for this build. So the critical hit chance is coming from the Javers especially. So this and the other Javel is gives you easy like 6 or 8% critical hit chance on the POB. Okay, so that's very very important. Do not underestimate the power of this one. And the other thing, so guys, once again, this is the ascendancy. We not change this one, so we're using critical strike, predatory instinct, elemental infusion, and mystic harvest. And once again, guys, I want to highlight on one other thing. You need leech on one of your rings, so physical attack damage leech as life. It's very very important, otherwise you will not leech anything. This is why we're taking the mystic harvest. And if you don't have leech on your item, you will wasting your ascendancy point and your glove slot. So that's very very important, guys. Don't forget this one once again, please. And now I want to talk about the gems as well. So I'm using here in the discipline aura, so this is granting this aura is coming from, once again, the stoic scepter, and you getting here the precision and the cannibalism. It doesn't matter, guys, literally it doesn't matter where you putting this. You can just put for the ghost dance or the wind dancer, but I just put here, so much easier. And also I got many questions. So I would say you can drop down the cannibalism support as well, so you can free up a little bit more spirit. And because you have more spirit now, you can save a little bit more money on the scepter if you don't finding exactly like 80% spirit. So you can get away like 75 or something like that. That could make a change. But if you have the spirit, use the cannibalism support, because the bleed and the poison is bypassing the energy shield, and it's very very annoying when you getting bleeded and poisoned. So you will kill monsters, so you will getting back your life, but your life risk is also working. So yeah. And the infused weapon, so we using here lightning exposure once again, because when this is hitting the target, it will shock it, so you will getting the exposure. Lightning exposure is lowering down the enemy elemental resistance for the corresponding element. In this case, lightning exposure, so lightning, we inflicting blind inflict is very very important once again, because you using the blind side in the stormlands, and also the blind is lowering down the enemy accuracy rating and evasion chance, so you will getting more critical hit chance. So this is how you reaching 100% crit. And conduction to have more chance to shock. And also I once again put here the life thief, because maybe that's a little bit helping as well, because I don't know how much is the leech cap in Path of Exile 2. It's hard to tell because there is no tooltip for it or anything. I just put here because otherwise this would be almost empty, and because this skill is not dealing damage at all. So I mean, dealing a little bit, but not that significant. So it is just helping a little bit leeching, right? And also using the strip away, the exposure effect will be increased by 20%. So this lightning exposure becomes 24 instead of 20. So that's a very, very big increase. And also the lightning spear. I also got many questions about my tooltips. So you can now see here, so 42k tooltip on the lightning spear where I'm standing here in the hideout, 18k in the hideout. But guys, this is absolutely lie. This otherwise, if that would be that much damage, then I would be not able to kill tier 4 bosses or something like that, right? So lightning spear we're using here, Volt, once again, very broken, guys. So this is giving you the insane clear. You reaching 30, you just attacking it, you know the drill. So yeah, very important. Honestly, I just running around and always I waiting till 30, attacking once again. So this is how I'm doing it. I'm using here primal moment, lightning penetration, because once again I have 100% crit chance, so I don't need to use the ambush. And also I'm using the lightning infusion for more damage. And if you're getting a 6th link, I would say you can get fork, for example, or just some sort of more increased damage, like Martial tempo also, so making your skill attack faster, so you will clear faster. It's up to you. And Stormlance, once again, guys, this is our signal target skill. We're using here blindside, close combat, Rising Tempest. I get also many questions about this once again, guys. So you getting the fully benefit from this support gem, even if you're just using the lightning abilities, because the infused weapon has lightning, cold, and fire tag. And when any of these charge consume happening, you will getting the fully support. So don't worry about this. This is working, guys. You can test it even in game. Just literally just go in the map, just throw your spear a few times, and then you will see when you consuming a frenzy shot, this is going up like to easily like almost 50k to a tip. And we're using here overextend, critical damage bonus. Once again, critical damage bonus is getting boosted by the spear, so more critical hit bonus is welcome, so more is even more damage, simple as that. And perpetual charge, this is my 6th link. You will not consume charges, has a 35% chance. Very good when you high rolling especially. And we're using here custom critical support, because it's so much more easier if your sniper's mag that we're using here is automatic, and also because we have 100 critical hit chance up all the time. And also we're using here profusion and ingenuity, because if you're taking a small look, we have 1.54 cooldown on the sniper's mag. If I taking off it, we became 2 seconds. So you can see here that's a very big increase on the sniper's mag uptime. We're using here Orb of Storms, guys, with Font of Rage, Font of Mana, and Font of Blood. This will grant you Rage. The Rage is more damage. You can see here. You can see the tooltip is just ramping. You can see, and this can go up to 30 once again, guys. I'm always putting down this while the boss is, doing the cinematic, or what the hell is he doing, right? So yeah, you can see here, and honestly, I did not mention this earlier. Most of the time, I just dancing around this, so you can at least dodge something if you want, right? And because, guys, there is a few ability that can still kill you, so you want to dodge that. Okay, so yeah, sorry, this is not Path of Exile 1, where you can literally just face tank almost anything in the game. So yeah, we're using here Font of Mana as well. So this is how I getting my mana regen to almost 90 mana regen. You can see here, so I can just attack a very long time. Look at this. So just holding down, still holding down. Don't forget you need to reapply your Orb of Storm to get the buff. But you look at this, I'm still not running out mana, That's like 20-second long mana regen buff, right? So that's very strong if you ask me. And also, if you're running out somehow, mana flask, you can just wait a little bit and regenerate it back. And also I'm using Font of Blood here because why not? We getting a little, very little life regen. This will not make or break the build, but because our abilities cost life, we can just regenerate back. Because if you paying attention, see, I'm losing life right now because I don't have the life regen on my gear anymore. So yeah, Herald of Thunder, Herald of Thunder is still here, Clarity and Innervate. When you kill a shocked enemy, you will kill a shocked enemy very often. You will getting a very huge boost and your clear will be skyrocketing. And also a quality up as well, because now the buff will last 2 attacks longer, so that's, even if you somehow just, not shocking something, because let's say the map has avoid elemental ailments or something like that, you will getting more damage on the long term. And we're using Blossom still, guys. Blossom is very important, and also do not forget to quality up, because the quality on this one is reduced reservation, you can see here, so this will reserve less mana, less spirit. This is how you can fit in. And also I'm using Amphiburst still and magnifying effect, you can see here. And now Wind Dancer, guys. So in the Wind Dancer, we putting here a new super gem, the Unbreakable. More stun threshold for heavy stun by using support skill. More stun threshold for lightning stuns where you using support skills. Very good, guys. So this is, I got this one from Ben. And this is absolutely bonkers with the buffs and with the Javel once again on the tree up here, right? So now it's very hard to get stunned. If we still getting stunned, they doing something very wrong, or just literally just bug this one. And we're using here Ghost Dance once again with fast forward. Yeah, guys, so that was my, I would say, my last update video. So I don't know if I will push further this build, because right now it's very little space to grow, I would say, because the next jump is like 15 divine body armor, like 15 divine helmet, and maybe much better rings, but that's I would say right now I'm already invested too much to this build. And it would be funny to see, maybe we can reach 6k energy shield. I don't know that one, so I'm not confident in this number. Overall, I would say very satisfied with the build. I'm really liking it, guys. This is, I think, the one of the most satisfying and I would say best build that I played in the game, because I played, from the start of the early access, I played like 6 build at least, and I can tell you this is very good. And not because it's broken, no, because it's very good, the recovery on these guys, because if you know, the recovery is almost the problem in Path of Exile 2. But now with this Mystic Harvest notable on the 3, it's absolutely strong. We have now recovery, so this is the key, guys. So if they're not nerfing the recovery or the leech, or they introducing more ascendances with built in leech, then it will be pretty damn strong, and also pretty satisfying to just face stonk a few things, right? Because it's for me, that's the fantasy. This is why I'm playing the game, right? So yeah, guys, this is my opinion about the build, and I hope you enjoyed this journey. By the way, I played this build / played 4 days and 14 hours and reached level 94, right? Soon level 95, but we will see if I'm pushing it. So I would say I played this one. This is the only character that I played in this league, and I enjoying it. So yeah, thanks for following me on this long journey, guys. I hope you had fun. I hope your character is also progressing like this. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any question, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Pidget2. Thanks for watching once again, guys, and as always, I was Pidget. See you next time.